What's going on, guys? Today we have an old Nash bar bike here. A customer brought this in because he got one of these new solid rubber tires and he was having trouble installing it onto his bicycle, so he wanted me to finish installing the tire onto his bike, and he wanted me to install the rear tire. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look and see how well this tire is, how quickly it can be installed on to the tire, and also how easy it is. Now, the brand of this tire is where did I put it? Oh, that's right. It's right here. It's a Tannus. Let me see. Aither 1.1 compound. It's a green tire. So that's what the customer wanted, and so we're going to get this installed and give it a spin and see how well it does. I have installed some solid rubber tires in the past, and quite frankly, I haven't been a big fan of them. However, that's me. There are many parts of this world, okay? You could be, there are certain places that you might be where you really need one of these solid tires. I am lucky around here. We don't have a lot of glass, nails, and other things that can cause flats. However, there are other places that you might have trouble with flats, and this may be the perfect tire for you. So let's get this old tire ripped off and get this new one put on, and let's see how this does. So we're gonna end up seeing first how long it takes. Let's get started. The first thing you want to do is you want to measure the inside of the rim and to see how wide it is, because they actually come with like 3 different little chucks that go into the tire itself to actually hook into the bead to secure the tire so it doesn't come off while you're riding your bike. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure and see which one of these we want to use. So let me see, it was like 13.1 on the width of the inner rim, and another 3.5, so that's going to be 16.6. So let's see, this one's over 17. That's like 60. That's it right there, because it's like right at the perfect angle, and that's way too wide. So we're going to be using these red ones right here. Let me put my calipers back away. So we're going to get this tire, and we're going to be inserting these little chucks right into these holes. Now you want to make sure that you install them properly. There's a flat side and a curved side. Well, the curved side you want to be facing towards the rim itself, because the flat part is what needs to be hooking into the bead of the tire. So we're going to be sliding that in, and that's kind of tough, which is good. We don't want it to be too loose. They've got this unique little tool right here to help with the installation. let's go ahead and get it onto the rim, and we're going to be using their special tool for tucking it in. So, let's see, this is gonna be fun. So what I did on this was I got one spot. So what I did was I got one spot and I snapped it into place, and then I stretched the tire over the rim until it got all the way on there, and this side is fully in. So now I'm going to be going around tucking this in, and every time one of these goes into the rim, you should hear a snap. So let's get their special tool here and start tucking it in. Okay, now that this tire is mostly on, we're going to get to these little plastic chucks, and we're going to get the tool on there and then snap it in. And it does require quite a bit of force. And it can be kind of frustrating. You want to make sure there's a little bit of green on this one. We want to tuck that green in first, and then go for the pin. And this fun has been going on for almost an hour. So my hands are getting quite tired. I wish I counted how many of these there were. Green pen. There's a green sticking out. I'm going to tuck the green in, and then I'm going to go for the pen. Good grief. Inspecting all around. Flip it over to the other side. Wow, that's finally done. And it has taken me almost exactly 1 hour. Wow. Now that we've got the tires put on this bike, let's take this thing for a test ride and see how the weight difference has been affected. Now these tires weigh just a hair bit over 400 grams each, so that's a total of 800 grams. Whereas the tires that I took off of this bike weighed around 200 grams each, so that's half the weight. But you got to think about tubes, and the tubes that were in here were weighing around 90 grams, so there is a significant weight difference between the two of them, and you wouldn't think that it's that much, but it's rotational weight, and that does affect it, and let's just hope it doesn't affect it in a negative way. Let's take it out for a spin. Actually, it doesn't ride too bad. This is a noisy bike. Well, it rides a lot better than I thought it would. Well, guys, I have to say that I had already made up my mind that these tires were the biggest waste of money that you could get. I have to change that. I was pleasantly surprised with the performance of these tires. Now, just to let you know up front, this bike has gained a half a pound. Okay, and one might say half a pound is not that much. Okay, that's a half a pound of rotational mass. That makes a big difference in the ride of your bike. And I could feel every bit of that half a pound on these tires. Now, if it's between walking my bike or riding this bike with an extra half a pound, well, I will take that extra half a pound. So if you're in an area where flat tires are a big problem, then these tires just might be your ticket, okay? For around here, we don't have that problem with flat tires, and I want my lighter tires. So for me, these are not the tires for me. So just keep that in mind. Even if you're in an area where you don't have problems with flat tires and you just want that peace of mind, hey, it might be for you as well. So with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, please leave me a big thumbs up, tell your friends, check out some of our other videos just right over there in the bottom corner there. And please subscribe to my channel in that top corner there, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks.